Hey everyone, back with a new video. Today we are going to be looking at changing a cabin filter on your Infiniti JX35 slash QX60. A lot of people are not even aware that it has a filter, and it does, and it's always a good idea to change it. I guess the rule of thumb is about once a year. You really don't have to do that much depending on how much you drive and how much you use your heating and AC, but you want to change it frequently enough that you're keeping the car free of any pollutants or anything like that. So we're going to go ahead and change that now on the JX35 slash QX60. So before we do that, of course, don't forget to like, dislike, subscribe, and comment. Let me know if you have anything you want to add to it or any questions or anything like that. Feel free to let me know. But other than that, let's get right to it, shall we? Okay, so first thing first is you want to get yourself all set up. So that just means moving your seat back as far as possible. If you have anything like, for example, the mats that sit in the car here, you want to take those out as well. You want to give yourself a clear area to work with. Now, first thing you got to do is you got to get behind here. So really it's just a matter of getting your hand in and pulling out. It's that simple. When you pull and you reach here, you just want to exercise some caution. There. Oh, sorry, I didn't see that, but I just pulled from the top and pulled your way down. Now, the cabin filter is in a kind of an awkward place. So as you see, we've pulled the panel out here, and if you go look, holy moly, I'll have to clean that up after. Anyways, back to the point. If you go look here, you'll see there's a little clip. So you want to pick that clip up, just like that, and drop that right down. The filter is located in there. Now, it may be a little hard to get to. Let's see. Now, do keep in mind the size of the filter versus the awkwardness of this and the size of the opening. You're going to have to squish that filter down a bit. So you see there. Easier to do with two hands, I promise you. A little awkward, but still easier to do. And some patience is going to be required. Try and get my hand there. Sorry guys, just gonna get myself better positioned. Right now, what's happening, just so you're aware, it's actually getting kind of hooked on the top. Once you get the top clear, it will come out. Maybe something where I'll get something to agitate it a bit, like a screwdriver or something. See, it's right now getting caught in my hand. Not quite small enough to get in there. I'm wondering if it'll just be better off for me to go ahead and take out this glove box. Alright, let me go play around with it here and see. I mean, this should have come out a little bit easier, but it's getting hooked on the top there. So give me a bit, I'll be right back. Alright, so upon further inspection and kind of messing around with the filter in the back a bit, I've decided that I'm just going to go ahead and drop the glove box. I've already begun the process, but I said, you know what, let me film it just to kind of give you guys a quick heads up on how to do it. It's pretty easy, pretty straightforward. You'll see there's some screws. First, there's these three actually. 1, 2, 3. I've already removed those. And there's one in the back right there, one in the back right there. So once you take those out, you can go ahead and take this trim out here too. I'm going to use a trim tool. If you don't have access to a trim tool, you can go ahead and use a flathead screwdriver with a rag, a microfiber cloth or something to protect the trim. You don't want to damage the trim. But if you can get a trim tool, that's obviously the best thing to do. I'm going to take that right out. And then before we do anything else, I'm going to close this off. Oops. And there's 3 other screws down here. 1, 2, and 3. Alrighty, so I have now take those screws out, so we should now just pull this right out of here. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's see here. There's a clip here. Let's see, so there's one clip here. There we go. Looks like just a plastic clip retainer for the light bulb. Okay. Alright, let me just get something. I'm going to try and get maybe a flathead, or I have a trim tool maybe. I'll see if that could take it out. Give me 1 second. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and use the trim tool right here. I'm going to put that in. Now again, if you don't have a trim tool, go ahead and use a flathead. Switch hands here. There we go. There. And we're going to want to unscrew this bulb. There we go. So now, I should have full access to the filter here. There we go. Sorry, guys. Man, it is really in there. Oh, sorry. Success! Alright. Nothing feels good better than that. Alright, I got the filter out. Let's see. Not bad. This is original Nissan filter. Yeah, well, there's the part number 2, but yeah, it's pretty dark. Pretty grimy too. Okay, so here's the filters. Here's my squished up old one and my new one. I'm actually going with a Fram one, but interesting, the Fram one looks, if I didn't tell you the Fram, you'd probably think it's directly a Nissan one directly. But, you know, it definitely is the same thing. You always want to compare filters. I did compare it. Looks just about right, aside from being mangled. So this part here is a little bit tricky because I want to put the filter in, but as you can see, getting it out, I don't know why the slots are not equal. Like, the slot to put the cabin filter is not this size. It's a little bit smaller, it seems, which makes it like you have to kind of shift it around to put it in. So we're going to open that up, and we're going to put it in. It's going to be a little tricky to do, but we'll see how we can get it done. Now this is a Fram filter. It's CF11776. And there, as you can see, the airflow. Now airflow, because remember, air is coming in from the engine toward you, so you want the airflow to be pointing toward you, right? You want the air to flow from this side through. So this side's got to be the side that faces the engine, and then this is the side that's got to be facing the passenger, facing you guys. So keep that in mind when you're putting the filter in. It is airflow specific. So now we're going to go ahead and try and put that in. Let's give this a go. I'm going to try and do it with one hand first so I can show you guys. But if I may need to stop the video just because I could see already some of the difficulty that's going to come with this. Well, basically what you're trying to do, let's get it here, is there's your slot, and you got to get it to fit in there. As you can see, the slot's not as big as the filter. So the best way I could see, let me see if I can get it. There, you gotta try and get it up and in. Just so I can show you guys what I did. I did get kind of lined up pretty well. So what I did is I first lined up the bottom, and I got the bottom in just to lead it. Once I got the bottom in, I went up from the top, up here. I kind of squished it. And as I squished it, I pushed it. So as you can see, I'm squishing from the top and I'm pushing it in. And I'm just now moving it in as it goes. And it moves in now right toward the end here. That's kind of hooked at the top. That was what was interfering with me getting it at the beginning. So you got to kind of coerce it a bit and get that to kind of clear. Right now, I'm pushing my finger in the center, kind of work it in. Again, you want to do this with trying to, at the same time, minimize the damage to your filter. They're very flexible, but at the same time, you don't want to do anything to damage it. Your brand new filter. Once you get it in, you just kind of work it around. Looks good to me. What do you think? Yeah. So now from here, we just take our lid. Gotta kind of work that. Make sure it clips at the top. You'll kind of feel it jam at the top. And then clip it into the bottom. And then just make sure it's nice and secure all around. Make sure it's nice clipped properly, because you don't want air escaping from there. It's going to defeat the purpose. Okay, so now that that's done, our new cabin filter is in. It's just about putting everything back together. So this first, we're going to put the glove box back in. So that's just a matter of taking the glove box, lining it up right here. First, putting the bulb back in, and this clip back in as well. And then lining this up, and it should, if everything goes well, just click, snap right back in. So once that's good, I'm actually going to start with the top 3 screws to hold everything in place. Making sure fitment's good and everything, especially you always want to make sure whenever you're doing stuff like this that everything's fit back correctly. There we go. Now, in case you're wondering why I'm using a manual screwdriver instead of a drill, I don't mind using drills too much on these type of things, but it always does kind of worry me a little because these clips that they use tend to break easily, no matter what the car. I don't think I've ever encountered a car where they actually used good clips. I'm sure they're out there. I've never encountered it. But I have encountered where people have used a drill and over-torqued it and just ripped it. Broke those little clips. Can happen. Doesn't happen often, but it can. So I tend just to prefer going by hand. You can use a drill. If you have a variable speed drill that you can put low settings, you can. But I prefer showing you guys this way, and if you want to use a drill yourself, feel free to do so. Bottom 3. Truth be told, these clips do seem pretty good anyways, but just call it habit, whatever you like. Okay, so to confirm, that's the 3 at the bottom are done. 3 at the top we're done. You can actually go ahead and put this back in now, and it's just a matter of putting in like this, because you see there's a lip, so you got to put in like that, line it up, and put it all together. None's the wiser. Now we just got those 2 screws that are in there. Hope you guys are seeing okay. Okay. So that's all done. No one even has to know that everything was touched. And now the final piece is the carpeting in the inside here. Just take that, we line up the clips here. Remember, we pulled from the outside, so you want to put these in first, and then it's going to go in the reverse. So clip that in, and then that's it, all done. I'll show you guys here the results. Nice new cabin filter. Enjoy the fresh air in your car now. I want to thank you guys once again for watching my video, and actually my first video on my new car. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, feel free to let me know. Other than that, as usual, I'll see you next video.